Hey everybody, how the heck are ya? Happy Thursday night. It's a frigid, cold Michigan night. I'm going to go over a few brief tips on using the phone to grow your business. And right now it's the dead of winter for a lot of you, but in just a couple short months, it's going to be springtime, and you're going to need to ramp up and fill up your schedule, right? If you're down south, you might still be going strong, like Arizona has a flip-flop season compared to us, but I'm going to give you a few quick tips. I'll try to keep it short. I want to give you high value stuff that you can actually apply that's easy to understand, okay? Sometimes it's the basic things that make the biggest difference and we overcomplicate everything. So the first thing I want to talk about is when, hey Kyle Tarvin, how are you, my friend? The first thing I want to mention is when you leave a message for your customers. So you get a list pulled and you're going to do your spring calls to schedule and you're leaving a lot of messages, right? Because people don't answer their phone and it goes to voicemail. So here's something we used in my business that was really effective and very simple. So when you leave a message, typically people do something like this. They go, hey Rudy. Typically people say, hey, this is Josh from ABC Cleaning Company. Sorry I missed you. We're just calling to tell you about our spring special, something. Here's our number. Goodbye. That doesn't work as well as what I'm going to teach you. What works better is if you leave a message like this. Hey Mary, this is Josh with ABC Cleaning. Super sorry I missed you. Not a big deal. I know you're busy. Listen, I'll just give you a call back tomorrow, or if you have a few minutes, you're welcome to call me at the office. I'll talk to you tomorrow. You leave that message. Really high energy, not being a weirdo or anything. The reason that works is you're essentially telling them, hey, listen, I'm not going to stop calling until you call me back. But you're doing it in like a service-oriented, really nice, naive-sounding way, and so people will call you back. And then you call the next day, you call the next day. So the big mistake is people only call once, they leave a crappy message, and they wonder why they don't get results. The other thing is you want to have sufficient volume when you call. Don't sit down and make 20 calls. Make 2,000 calls. You might not have that many customers, I understand that. But you want to have massive volume, massive action with multiple touches, leaving a message like that. You will book thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars by being on the phone. The other tip I'll give you that's practical is you need to practice. Before I started my cleaning business, I was in phone sales for a long time. I did really well at it. I hated it. I really did hate it. But you get better as you practice. And even me doing my podcast and things, it gets easier and easier for me to talk on the fly and be smooth and not stumble over my words as often as I used to. So you can literally read your phone scripts in the mirror. And yes, you'll feel like a weirdo. Of course you're going to feel like a weirdo if you're reading a phone script in the mirror to yourself. But practice makes perfect. So you want to, practice a little bit, kind of get the bullet points in your head ahead of time before you actually start calling the real list, okay? And these are all such simple things. The other thing is what is called a forced choice close. I'm a huge fan of forced choice closes. And a forced choice close, here's an example. Let's say that a lady wants to hire us, or maybe is considering hiring us. And I give her the pricing. I'm like, well, we can do this, and this is probably the best fit for you. So, what do you think? Which one works best for you, right? That's not as good because it's like a yes or no question. You don't want to say, hey, will you hire us? Yes or no. Hey, we have a spring special. Are you interested? Yes or no. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's a lower level way to do it. It's better than nothing, though. A better way to do it is to do a forced choice close. And to do a forced choice close, it requires you to be assumptive. And a lot of people are very freaked out to get on the phone. But you got to remember, these people love you, okay? They give you money to do the stuff that you do, okay? So take confidence in it. Stand up while you're doing it so you have a higher energy level. And be assumptive. They want to give you money. You're serving them. You're scratching their itch. So, it's a favor to them. Really, it is. So here's an example of a forced choice close. Hey Mary, here's the 3 different prices. My professional recommendation is that you go with this one because we're going to want to take care of that mold and the mildew. But I got a question for you. What works best for you, mornings or afternoons? Because we're about 2 weeks booked up. Do you have a preference? See the difference? See the difference? What works best for you, mornings or afternoons? And then you justify it with a reason. What do you think? When we do the service, do you want to pay with a cash or credit card? Whatever's easier for you is fine. I just want to make a note of it for my office manager or whatever, right? Do you prefer a weekday appointment or do you need to do a Saturday? Because we do have some Saturday slots, right? So these are very simple things. And you can rewatch this video. It's a free video. It's high value, Okay, this is literally thousands of dollars worth of stuff if you apply it like any information. But you need to be assumptive, stand up, raise your energy, change your physiology, and your energy level will come up. You need to use forced choice closes, not yes or no questions. You also want to make sure that you leave messages implying that you're not going to stop calling until they call you back. If they get mad about it, that's okay. The one squeaky wheel that's a jerk to you because they're irritated, you're just going to play dumb and be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to, disturb you at all. We just want to make sure you're taken care of. I'll make a note so we don't do that again. You don't build your systems for your business around the anomaly, around the one weirdo that's mad every time no matter what you do. You build your systems for the average, right? Most people are genuinely happy that you're calling them because they're busy. They got like soccer practice and like they have stuff. They're not thinking about that they need to clean their carpet or whatever. And when you call them and serve them, they're happy to exchange the value in the form of dollars back to you. So to recap, if you want to go back after this publishes live, leave a message that says, hey, Mary, sorry I missed you. Not a big deal. Josh with ABC Cleaning. I'll give you a call tomorrow. I just wanted to connect with you real quick. If you want to call me back, here's the number. Talk to you soon. Click. And then call them back the next day and leave the same message. Do it 3, 4, 5 times, okay, until you really weed through the people that just aren't going to answer. Practice. Write down your scripts. You don't have to write verbatim scripts. But I make bullet pointed scripts so that you can be a human and not sound like a robot. So you want to cover the key topics, practice it in the mirror, do what is called a hot seat. My actual team would sit in a chair and we turn them around so they couldn't see us and we'd just come at them with objections. And we'd have them upsell us. They'd use the I notice blank, I would recommend blank thing. That's a different teaching. But and then use a forced choice close. What works best, mornings or afternoons? Hey, when we do the service, would you prefer that we park in your driveway, or do you want us to do it from the street? Because I know in this subject, whatever. You can think of lots of forced choice closes, cash or credit card, right? And then be very assumptive, because you need to be confident in yourself or they're not going to be confident. And the energy bleeds into them. So if you're like, hey, excuse me, Mrs. Smith, I want to buy some groceries. Please hire me to clean your stuff. Please have mercy, Mrs. Smith. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. But I will say that doing that's better than doing nothing, which is what most people do, right? Don't be scared of the phone. I know it's dead of winter, but now's a good time to work on systems and get these things in place and get prepared. Because I'll tell you, it's a good feeling when you book 50 grand in February and your March is packed out and you didn't even spend any money yet. You just used your mouth. Your mouth is a moneymaker, guys. Also, I'll put a link in this, but my boot camp is opening up 1 week from today. The Automate Grow Sell Boot Camp 2.0. It's brand new. It's very exciting. All kinds of stuff. I'm not going to get into it now, but if you want to take a look at it and see like what it is and what's included in it, there's testimonials. There's people that have doubled and tripled their business this just the first year since last February when we started it. If you want to just take a peek, okay, I'm not going to hammer you, but we are going to make some sales for that and open it up next Thursday night. Just go to automategrowsell.com/best year. That's kind of our theme for the promotion. We want you to have your very, very best year ever. Your very, very, very best year ever. We want you to crush it, right? It was 2016 everything you hoped it would be? Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Is there areas you can improve? Could you get one golden nugget? Just one system that could just change everything for you? Yeah, you could. You could. We have people in there with $1 million businesses, and we have people in there with $20,000 businesses that are just starting. So I'll put the link in here. It's just going to be like a webinar. It's just going to be me talking to you like this. I'm going to do screen share, show you what it is, break it down, and so you can see if it's a good fit for you. Because it's an amazing, amazing thing. I promise. It really is. So it's worth looking at. Anyways, if not, that's okay too. Apply the tips for the phone calls. We'll talk to you guys later. Thank you very much.